Alright, this is lesson 6 in Unit 1 of the Illustrative Math for Geometry. In this lesson you'll be able to construct a parallel line through a given point and also construct a perpendicular line through a given point. So let's head on over to the website. Okay, lesson 6 is another construction technique on parallel and perpendicular lines. A couple of things to look at. First of all, this first question is again asking you just to mentally answer the question. There's no space for you to enter an answer. And it's referring to something called transformations, which we're going to look at in future lessons, but it's kind of just getting you ready. The question says each pair of shapes is congruent. Mentally identify a transformation or a sequence of transformations that could take one shape to the other. So really it's just asking you, how do I get this circle from here to here? Or how do I get this line from here to here? Or what do I have to do to this triangle to get it from here to here? So I'll show you one example in this first picture. And if you haven't already noticed this expand image button, it just lets you make the pictures bigger so you can get a closer look at them. And in this example, a transformation to get from P to Q is what's called a slide transformation. You're just going to move this circle up and over to the right from here to here. That's it. So take a look at those other pictures, mentally answer the question, and then move on. In the next question, you're given a line M and a point C, and you're being asked to create a perpendicular that goes through C and through M that's perpendicular to M. It's a lot like the one we did in the last lesson, except it's slightly easier. And here's how you do it. Grab the circle tool, and you're going to create a circle that has a center on the line. So I'm going to click on the line and drag. And I'm going to drag out until I reach point C. If you notice, it snaps right onto point C, so I click. And there's a circle. Now you're going to take another circle with the same radius. So to do that, you use the compass with the radius. And I'm going to click on the center and drag out and measure to C. So I have another circle of the same size. Now I'm going to place that center on the line, but I'm going to situate it so that it also crosses through C. So I'm taking the same circle, moving it over until it intersects at point C and is sitting on the line. So now I have circle F and circle G. Both of the circles cross through point C. And if you notice, when you grab the intersection tool and click both circles, I have two intersection points. I can draw a line through those 2 points just by clicking on the line tool, clicking on the 2 points, and it will snap. And that's a line perpendicular to M through point C. So quick review, 2 circles, same radius for both circles. The first circle is centered on the line and crosses through point C. Second circle is also centered on the line, crosses through point C. And then you draw the line that's perpendicular to it by drawing through the 2 intersection points. That's how you draw a perpendicular to a line through a point not on the line. All right, the next one is asking you to construct a line parallel to line M. Now, I don't know if you've messed with this or not, but you can move the picture around in the box by clicking on the arrow tool. You can also expand it so it makes your drawing area full screen, if that helps you. So I'm going to expand this full screen so you can see it better. So to construct a line that's parallel to line M, the steps are a little bit longer. First thing you have to do is make a perpendicular line and then draw a line that's perpendicular to that one so that it's parallel to M. Now if I've lost you, I'm going to try to do this slow so you'll follow it. So first thing I'm going to do is follow the same steps I did in the previous problem, and that is to draw a perpendicular through C. So I'm going to start with a circle centered on the line drag it out until it hits C like that. Then I'm going to take this circle tool that measures the radius, click on F, click on C, and then situate this circle on the line passing through C. Okay, I want to figure out where those two circles intersect, so I use the Intersect tool. I click on both circles, and then I draw the line through those two intersection points, I and H. Okay, so what I have now is line M and a line perpendicular to it. Now, I'm just going to sketch it so you can see it, but this is not how you finish it. What I want to do now is draw a line that's perpendicular to this new line, and if I do, it will end up being parallel to line M. But I can't just sketch it like that. I have to go through the steps that we did a few lessons back. So what I'm going to do is draw a circle centered around H. So I use the circle tool, I click on the point H and I drag out. Doesn't matter how far out. What I've done is I've created a circle so I know that from H to J is the same distance as it is from H to this point up here, which I can find by using the intersection tool and clicking on this circle, clicking on this line. Okay, so it's changed the point down here. It's K and L now. Now I'm going to take the circle tool and draw from K and drag out my circle so it goes past the center point. I want to draw that same circle again, so I use the other circle tool that measures the radius to go from K to M. That's the radius. That's the same size circle. Now I'm going to center it over here at L. I will stop for a second because this gets kind of confusing with all of these different circles here. So I don't want to confuse you too much, but one thing you can do is use this tool to show or hide some objects to get some of this stuff out of the way. So if I click the show hide, I can click on this circle, click on this circle, and click the arrow tool, and it makes those disappear. So now what I have is just this line that I drew and these circles. I want to know where those two circles, this one and this one, intersect. There it is. There's the intersection point. This point right here is the point C that we started with, and I'm going to draw a line through those 2 points. This one and this one. And that line is parallel to line M. And that's how you draw a line parallel to line M through point C. So now if I were to hide some of these circles, oops. So click on the show hide. I'm going to hide this circle, and this circle, and click on the arrow. Now you can see just the line and the beginning line. Okay, so in this lesson you've learned how to draw a line that's perpendicular to a line through a point and a line that's parallel. Again, look through the glossary. Notice that we keep adding more terms to the glossary in each lesson, but it's always good to go back and review each of those terms so that you're ready for the next lesson.